Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm going to do a different type of video and I'm not quite sure if I'm going to post it, but if you're seeing this, then I obviously decided I wanted to. I'm going to try out all of my dip pens because I am going to be doing a little project, a little self-challenge, and I'm really excited about it. So, out of all of these, this one is my favorite. I get a lot of questions about this particular dip pen. It's very sleek. I got it at Barnes & Noble probably when I was in early middle school. And it was just part of like a gift set or something, but it's a beautiful pen, nice weight to it. And the other ones I've just kind of collected throughout the years. So I really couldn't tell you where I got all of these. Some I've gotten in England, some I've gotten in Washington, and I just love using dip pens when I have a moment to kind of just slow down and write. And then I also have my one glass. This actually came in a set. The other one didn't work as well, but this was the one that did. And I enjoy using that quite a bit. I've journaled quite a bit with that glass dip pen. So I'm going to just dip all these into my Jane Austen De Atramentis ink, which is a dark green ink, not waterproof, 35 milliliter. And I love this ink. It's probably my favorite fountain pen ink, and I've used quite a bit. I'm more than halfway through the bottle, and one bottle lasts quite a while. So it's basically as you call it, you just pretty much dip it right in. I give it a couple dips and then I kind of tap it so a lot of the excess ink kind of drops in there, and then I just write. This is the smoothest dip pen that I own. It is a fine nib, and because it's a dip pen, you get a bit more of a like a scratchy kind of friction against the paper, and I love using this one. It's my favorite, as I've mentioned. I've journaled quite a bit with dip pens, and that's probably, that one and the glass one are the two that I've used the most for personal journaling. I am not an expert on dip pens, so I don't know all the terms, but this actually has a kind of like a little built-in cartridge. Like I said, I'm not an expert, so I don't know all the actual terms for these, but what it will do is probably fill and keep the ink there. And help kind of let it flow in that reservoir. And this is a really fine nib. And it depends on the type of paper that you write it in, how the water or how the ink will carry. Yeah. I so enjoy using dip pens. Okay, I'm gonna have to clean that out just a bit more after I'm done with this video. So if you're looking into them, I'm sure the internet has plenty of options. I do enjoy this one a lot too, because when you get enough ink in the nib, you get a nice bold line. dip pens, I think, perform very well on kind of like a more absorbent type of paper, if that makes sense. I wouldn't say like a handmade fibrous paper, although I have used my dip pens on such paper. I would be careful with that type of paper though, just because of the fibers that can get caught in the nib. But I do enjoy this one quite a bit, so I might actually choose this for my next project. Now you're probably wondering, what kind of project are you talking about, because you're being really vague about it. I am thinking of choosing one of my writing boxes. I have two that are vintage style, and challenging myself to use it as my next journal kit. And I've wanted to do this for years because I have these beautiful writing boxes that sit on my desk, and when I first got them, I did use them for letter writing and things like that. But they're not necessarily conducive to everyday journaling, just because they are bulky. And my current lifestyle is that I need to kind of have something that's a little bit more portable, because I'm pretty much following my daughter around the house. And for a while, I was journaling quite a bit with supplies. I'm probably not using this one particularly well. But lately, I have not wanted to decorate as much. I go through phases with that. I go through stages where I just crave simplicity and I don't need to have all the stickers and paints and all of that. I just step away from all my supplies and I just focus on writing. And that's kind of the phase that I'm in right now. It's been a while. I think it has something to do with Jane Austen July. Is this one not even right? This is what happens when you just buy them for looks. I mean, you guys know that I love Jane Austen. And she inspires me. She inspires my desk, the things that I curate for my desk, my writing, my reading. And I wanted to kind of maybe do a setup of my writing desk if Jane Austen journaled for fun. And maybe challenge myself to use the materials that only existed about that time that she lived, and not use stickers, washi, or anything. I would just be using ink, like a dip pen, and pencil, something like that. And I'm probably going to do a separate video of that. One last one, which I have done a lot of journaling with, especially in my younger years, is this feather quill, this dip pen. Oh my god, I've spent so many years using this one. You'll see a lot of scratchy journals in my past using this one. It's gotten a little dusty now. This was a gift from my brother. He got it in like a big gift set for me back when I was very young, because he knew that I was really into Jane Austen. And it's well loved. There's quite a few ink stains on this, So this one writes pretty well too, if I'm not mistaken. It glides over this paper very nicely. Yeah, plenty of journals using this, man, memories. Bit kind of on the scratchy side, you can hear it. But this is probably one of my oldest dip pens that I own. And I love it. Lots of memories tied to that one. So those are my plans. If you are interested, and I'll probably film a video of my writing box setup. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this little demo of the dip pens that I own. I guess the general way of how to use a dip pen. No good at explaining in tutorials, but I hope this kind of gives you an idea. I mean, they're very straightforward, very easy to use. They can be a bit messy depending on the type of ink that you're using, how full your ink bottle is, and how far you're dipping it in. Oh, I didn't do the glass one. Let's use the glass one, which is still one of my favorites. Yeah, very smooth, very bold line. This really makes me want to use dip pens way more often than I do. Nowadays, it's really just based on convenience, you know, what I can use. And my fountain pens are convenient enough. It doesn't require a lot of maintenance or anything. I'm trying to stay away from using so many disposable pens. Boy, I miss using these. All right, so that is my glass dip pen. I have looked into collecting more dip pens, especially glass ones. I think glass ones write so well if you find a good one. And there you have it. My little dip pen demo. Hopefully I do post this. I'm gonna get that writing box setup video up online for you guys. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys are all well and safe.